Meanwhile, a revolution could be underway. There is chaos descending on Venezuela, clashes escalating between supporters and opponents of the current Maduro government. A defiant Trump administration saying it will recognize the opposition leader, Juan Guaido, and refuses to pull diplomats out of the capital city of Caracas.
And I couldn't be more proud that at President Trump's direction, the United States of America became the first country in the world to recognize President Guaido. The United States is going to continue to bring the full weight of our economic and diplomatic pressure until freedom and democracy and fair elections are restored for the people of Venezuela.
Republican Mike McCaul now leading Republican Foreign Affairs Committee. Sir, how are you? And good morning to you. I want to get to three topics, okay? Let's go through it quickly. Pompeo says this with regard to Maduro. The United States does not recognize the regime as the government of Venezuela. Accordingly, the United States does not consider former President Nicolas Maduro to have a legal authority to break diplomatic relations with the U.S. or declare our diplomats persona non grata. He told the American diplomats to get out within 3 days. Where does this go, sir?
It's a historic opportunity for democracy to prevail over a socialist dictator, Maduro, who has created so many abuses against his own people. I applaud the president and vice president for standing up for this new leader in Venezuela. Remember, Venezuela is one of the greatest threats in the Western Hemisphere, aligned with Iran and Cuba. To answer your question, I think this ultimately leads to wherever the military, whichever candidate the military in Venezuela will back.
Okay, well, we will watch that. What about the State of the Union? You heard the news from the overnight last night. It will not happen on Tuesday. You okay with that?
I think it's a national disgrace. I think it's an embarrassment. It's unprecedented. If anybody's throwing a temper tantrum, it's Nancy Pelosi. I just think it's a sad day for America. I think the American people and the Congress want to hear from the president. They want him to bring the nation together at this critical time when the government's shut down and we're looking at border security issues. So I just never seen anything like it, Bill, in this town.
Wow. That's saying a lot. And we've covered a lot of things together over the years. Yeah. I don't know how you get out of it. Here's the tweet from earlier. Without a wall, there cannot be safety and security at the border of the USA. Build the wall and crime will fall. I was watching Senator Rob Portman yesterday afternoon with Neil Cavuto. Portman's a pretty moderate guy. You'd agree with that, right? A Republican. Right. He says the president has been bending and bending on this, and Democrats haven't given anything. And he went on to say that the new barriers are exactly what the Democrats want in terms of border security. So if that's true, and if you believe that, this comes down to personality, does it not?
It comes down to personality. I think the Democrats are dug in. It's also down to semantics. I mean, the Secure Fence Act that passed in 2006, when I was first elected, Schumer voted for that. So did Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. That act actually authorizes what the president is asking for. And I think that's an important point. The steel barrier, the bollard fencing, they call it, Bill is already down at the border, most of it constructed under the Obama administration. So what we're really talking about are really how many more miles of this steel fencing do we want and need down there? Our experts tell us 234 miles. So it really boils down to that. I think the president's made a very reasonable compromise offering to negotiate on going from concrete to the steel fencing that's already down there. Talking about temporary protected status for people in the country, and also legalizing the DACA program. And the thing is, Nancy Pelosi rejected his offer before he even talked to the American people on his national address. And I think that's not good faith negotiation. In fact, the only counteroffer she's made on the table is $1 to pay for border security. I think that at a $4.5 trillion budget, federal budget, if we can't find 5.7 to secure this nation, how sad is that?
Mike McCaul, thank you, sir.
Thanks,
We're coming in today. Three quick stories, three big stories that were